even start. Here's our little garden. It's not that little, but it's good. It's coming along. Here is a tomato plant. I think that you can see those tomatoes that are coming out. That gorgeous. Oh wow, I didn't even realize this right next to them. Oh, these are even bigger. These are, I don't know if you can see how beautiful they're coming out in there. It's gorgeous. And then camera work is terrible. Down here, this is an okra plant. Isn't that beautiful? I don't see okras on it yet. There was a bee that was just pollinating somewhere over here. Here is squash that is starting up. Isn't that great? That little summer squash is just so delicious. Over here, this is still more squash. Okay, just give you a little preview. That's my mint right here. Isn't that beautiful? The mint is gorgeous. Then let's come back over this way. You can see some of the pepper buds starting. Let me show you also. Here is just a quick little tour. Here is a nice pepper. There's more, but here's a beautiful little pepper that I'm hoping that the squirrels don't get. They tend to like ours. Anyway, we'll come over this way. Bill and I planted this together. Here is more tomato plants. All of these are tomatoes, and you can see these gorgeous tomatoes right here. Oh, delicious. Also be in salad soon. And that's our wonderful. There's some back there too. That's our garden. So that's my garden. We have actually, we used to have it a little bit bigger. Right now, Bill is going to be, we have, on one side we had the oregano, which I think is perennial because that returns every year. And you get a nice little amount of it. So you can dry it and you can actually, which I love, and you can use it in cooking. You could take it like that, it's fresh. Also, I like to put it into marinara sauce or other sauces too, and other recipes. Also, we had some romaine lettuce, which grew very well, iceberg lettuce that grew real well too, and red lettuce. But like that season is over, so now I told Bill, I said, we need more of the other stuff. The other side is the part that has the tomatoes and it has okra, which I haven't seen it actually come out yet. And we have like the squash. Well, you saw, and the green bell pepper. So we're gonna try to do it for the other side too. And I wanted to wish you a happy early Memorial Day. That might not be the case by the time that you're watching this, but it's actually tomorrow. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. And that means a lot of people, including me, have a long weekend, which is always welcome, especially when you're working. It's nice to have that long weekend. My younger son is working. He works in retail in the airport, so he actually is not going to have tomorrow off, but he's got the weekend off, which is good. And after that, I'm going to go in on Tuesday to work, and then Wednesday we're going to have a mini vacation going up to New Jersey because our other son, our older son, is going to be graduating from college. And that's really, he's not in his 20s, he's in his later 30s. And he went back to school. I think a lot of people, and that was true of Joey, don't know exactly what they want to do at 18 years old. How are you kind of thrust into that sometimes? You don't know what you want to do. Some people do. So he had gone to college very little, and then he had gone just to work. And after his son was born, he returned to college after that. And he, even with raising a son with his wife, he went back to work. He went back to school. So we got a new teacher. So we're going to see him graduate and get his diploma on stage, which is really exciting for us. So anyway, it is days that we will have just to ourselves other than the drive from North Carolina to there and then back, which is pretty substantial. It's over 700 miles. But that's time that belongs to us. And I was thinking about how those are like more than vacations and day offs. Those are like mini little retirements. maybe I'm thinking about that because I still got a couple years to go. But it really is. It's time that you have to really have time for what you want to do. It used to be that work was 9 to 5, and now most jobs are 8 to 5. So those are all those hours that you're going to spend at work. And that's, some of us don't have the luxury of just leaving work. A lot of people say, oh, just quit your job. And that's really cool if you could do that. But some of us are still waiting for retirement, or you're younger, you're raising a family, and it's a little bit hard to do that at that time, because especially in this day and age. But we do get time that belongs to us. We have those weekends. We have the mornings before you go to work. I don't know if you have a lot of time, but my kids are grown, and I get to see my grandchildren, but they live with the parents. My husband sleeps later than me because he is retired. So I get to come down here and just have a little, I'll be talking about that in another video. I have my own little ritual that I do in the mornings. And I'm sure that you have something that's similar. Just spending your time. It doesn't have to be anything big. Same thing, even when you go, we're excited about this vacation because we're trying to cram in as much as we can. Because we're trying to see my best friend, we're trying to see Bill's family, we're trying to see my cousin, and besides seeing our son and his family. So it's, but it's time that you get to have for what you want to do. You know what? There's days that we just, like yesterday, which was Saturday, didn't really do very much. Bill worked with the pool. I went and I ran errands. I went to the farmer's market, and I just got a few things that were needed for the house. And it's really, and now in a little bit he's going to pick me up to he does a ministry in the mornings on Sunday. That's when I'm with makeup on. So he's going to pick me up after so we can go to church together. But these are just the times that you get to really enjoy having your time. It's the same thing even at lunchtime. I think of my lunchtime when I'm I work at 2 different locations. And when I work closer to the heart of town, there's a greenway. And so I'll make a sandwich because it's easier than eating something with a fork while you're driving. So I'll have that, and I'll eat it on the way. And then I get out and I go for a beautiful walk on this. It feels like you're out in the woods. It's just close to nature for an hour. You're out of these 4 walls. It is just, it is refreshing. It refreshes you. And I think that is something that we need, to be refreshed in that way, to have those times, to have those weekends. But it's not just the weekends and the vacations and the holidays. Whenever there's time, and I've been very cognizant of it lately, where there's a scripture that talks about, teach me to number my days. I realize how much time I waste with just sometimes watching TV, or maybe worrying about things that I can't fix anyway. And I'm a ruminator. I'm one of those people that will ruminate on something, even losing sleep thinking about it. I don't want to do that. I'm trying not to do that. And it's to learn to really number your days, because look at Ray Liotta. He just, the actor, he just passed away in his sleep at a very close age. Well, he was my husband's age. We don't know what, not to be morbid, but we don't know how much time we have on this earth. So it's beautiful to be able, that's my ice maker. But there is, it's nice to be able to do what you want to do and spend time with those people that you love, that your little, they call it a tribe, your family, your loved ones, your friends. Those are times that are worth more. Those are one of those simple pleasures that don't cost anything. And it is of more value than anything that you can buy in a store or online. You know, it is those things, those moments, even moments that you are walking by yourself and enjoying a beautiful day and enjoying the sound of the wind and the leaves. That's so valuable. Doing what you want to do. Yesterday, when I came home, Bill was it's too cold for me, that pool water right now. So I don't go in the pool. And I spent a good over an hour. I started fixing dinner, but while I cooked, I went over an hour and coming down and checking on dinner. But I spent over an hour practicing learning a song on my ukulele and on my guitar. That's something I don't get to do 8 hours a day. So I think I take advantage of that when I can. All of those things, whether you love to read, whether you love to garden, there's always something to do. It's not about not doing anything, although there's nothing wrong with not doing anything either. So I hope that you enjoy this time that you have coming up. There's vacation time coming up. I hope that you're entitled to it also. And even if you are a mom, a working mom, or a mom that stays home, or a dad that has to go to work, or you're a single person that has a lot of responsibilities, doesn't mean that you don't have responsibilities, then I believe that it's important for you also to make that time for the pleasures, those simple pleasures that in the long run, they are really what make up our lives. They're what we're going to remember. It's not what the things that we buy. It's not the things that the world tells us is of value. So I hope that you enjoy this long weekend. I hope you have a chance to enjoy it. And your upcoming vacations too. We have a staycation coming up. We're not even going anywhere. And I hope to see you again. I thank you for watching.